Hi, my name is Chris Sugai. I'm with Niner Bikes and would like to go over the Air 9 Carbon with you today. One of the really unique design features about the Air 9 Carbon is the bottom bracket system. Currently there are now 4 bottom bracket standards. You have BB30 from FSA, you have BB30 from SRAM, Shimano has BB90, and you have your standard bottom bracket shell. So what we've designed with the bottom bracket is a system called CYA. And what it is the bottom bracket incorporates 2 sleeves. Basically the 2 sleeves go into the frame. You use a standard headset press to press the 2 sleeves in. This sleeve accommodates Shimano's BB90. The sleeve that's in the frame now accommodates SRAM's BB30. This sleeve accommodates FSA BB30, and then of course we have a standard sleeve that just fits a standard threaded bottom bracket. But this bottom bracket is the only frame in existence that will allow you to run all 4 bottom bracket systems on one frame. So if customers come in and they want to switch over to XTR because they like something about that, the pieces pull out and you just press fit in the new piece and you're ready to go. There's a couple key design elements on the frame that we did that are basically, some of them are hidden from view and some of them are very easy to tell. One of the main things is the shapings of the tube shapes. A lot of frame designers will design the frame that looks really cool and has really swoopy lines. That's great, and then what you can do with carbon fiber is you can then reinforce it internally where you can't see it. You can add carbon fiber and to the frame to stiffen it up and design out the weak points. What we decided was from the reverse angle, we're going to take it from an engineering standpoint. We're going to basically design the proper tube shape first. So basically all these tube shapes are designed to optimize the use of carbon fiber within the frame. And then what it allows us to do is we can use the least amount of carbon fiber to get the strength that we need out of the frame. So you'll see we have large flat surfaces on the frame to help with the dampening effect of carbon fiber. Another key design element about the frame is that the construction. Although you can't see it, this frame is only 2 pieces. It's a monocoque structure. So basically from the front head tube back to here is 1 piece, and then the rear triangle is 1 piece. There are a couple ways to design carbon fiber. One is to cut the tubes up into different pieces and then glue them all together. Well, the problem with gluing it together is that you have sleeves. The sleeves add weight because you have to bond the material together, so pieces have to overlap. Also, you basically have interruption between the carbon fiber when you're doing that. But the reason why you don't see a lot of monocoque manufacturing being done is because it's very expensive to do. It's much more inexpensive to just build one long top tube, chop it off every 3/4 of an inch to make your different size runs, and then glue it together, versus building a monocoque structure for each size frame. But again, because we only do 29ers, this is the only carbon fiber bike that we're doing, cost wasn't an issue for us. We basically decided whether a consumer can see this technology or not, this is the best way to build a frame, and this is the best way to get the best use out of carbon fiber. So even on the rear end, you'll see that the rear end is built out of 1 continuous piece of carbon fiber. The dropouts are also carbon fiber with steel inserts. You can see that on our carbon fiber fork. The post mounts on the top have alloy inserts that allows us to machine them after the carbon fiber is made, so that the brakes are then square with the rear dropouts. The main thing also is the handling of the bike. The geometry on the Air 9 Carbon is the exact same as our 1.9 basically. It has a slightly shorter chainstay than the Air 9. It has the handling characteristics of the 1.9. The frame is optimized around an 80 to 100 millimeter fork. It uses a tapered steer tube, so you have a 1.5 to 1 1/8 steer tube that allows you to use all the new forks that are coming out from Reba and Fox in shorter travel. One of the unique points about this frame as well is that this frame can also be run as a single speed. Up front you can see the head badge. This is a plastic model, but this head badge will be made out of magnesium, and it actually has the cable stops built into it. So basically the cable goes in and then the raw cable goes down through the frame. It stays within the frame until it exits out the rear dropout. This allows for the least amount of contamination to hit the cables, and at the same time, if you want to run the bike single speed, you just pull out the cables plugs will fit in here, and you'll have a very clean looking single speed. Another key design feature, the size of our bottom bracket allows for a huge engagement point between the down tube, chain stays, and seat tube, because you can see here by the size of our bottom bracket, this allows for the highest amount of power transmission back to the rear wheels. This bottom bracket has the lowest flex that we've seen from any manufacturer building a carbon fiber bike. Carbon can also be run with a suspension fork, or we're now have available a custom tapered steer tube fork. So this fork has a 1.5 to 1 1/8, weighs the same as the 1 1/8 fork, but it's basically designed specifically for the Air 9 Carbon. So again, I just want to point out the 1.5 lower and 1 1/8 upper. The rear dropouts, again, the rear end of the bike is 100% carbon fiber. You can see the dropouts are carbon fiber, and basically steel inserts have been put on each edge just to protect it against a quick release. The frame will be designed, this piece has a single speed insert, and then we'll obviously have a derailleur hanger available you saw on the other bike. And these, you can see, are the post mount dropouts with aluminum inserts, which allows us to machine these down after the construction so that these are square with the rear dropouts.